God bless America. Hello, everybody. I am the Talk Radio Protege. This is the Protege program. Thank you all for joining me. I hope that you're having a fantastic day. I know that I am. Let's get into the news of the day, shall we? The stock market's been going a little haywire this week. Yesterday, the Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped as much as 1,600 points before closing at 1175 points down from the highest point that it had reached. This is for different kinds of reasons. I hope the video that's embedded in this column is going to work because I would like to share the man on the right's take on what this exactly means. I would like to frame this shot the right way.
Pullback and something that might be signaling a longer term issue for stocks.
So we think that this is the former, that this is a sell-off that's just a normal bull market correction. What we've seen so far is that we've had uninterrupted gains. The first 3 weeks of the year up 7%. Really, since the election of Donald Trump, the market's up 35%, and over 2 years, 50%. So the pace of those gains were unsustainable for a bull market, and so it's much more normal when you see some corrections come into the equity markets. And actually, some of the work that we've done suggests that even in bull markets, in years where the S&P 500 rises, on average, you get 2 days a year with a 2% decline or greater. So given the level of the Dow today, that means we should expect 2 days a year of 500-point declines. And so overall, to answer your question more directly, how do we know? No one knows in advance when you get these pullbacks if this is going to be a bigger drawdown or the end of the cycle. But in our view, it's very unlikely that this is the end of the cycle, just given the strength and momentum of both the U.S. and the global economy and of the corporate profit cycle.
Well, you understood completely.
Okay, I just wanted you to hear from somebody that's got more information about the marketplace than I do, that this is not a reason to panic. Now, I'll admit, I saw the headline on Drudge Report that the Dow was down 1,600 points, and I thought, well, crap, there goes my possible house down payment next year or something like that. But, it recovered a little bit from that down day, and today things are much different. Apparently, the Dow has gone up maybe about 550 points or so. I mean, that's what it looks like here, is that the Dow is going to it appears the Dow is going to quickly recover from the day that it had yesterday. And if you believe this fellow here that we just saw this video clip from, we should have 2 days out of the year that we see crazy drops like this. And last year there was none. The Drudge Report didn't report on any really bad days that the stock market had last year. The economy was going absolutely ballistic last year. It could not be stopped. And I just want to just to remind you of how ballistic the stock market was going. Even after losing 1,000 points yesterday, there are still 6,000 to go to get back to the level that we were before we had the bull market of 2017. All of that being said, I want to point out something. Last year, when the economy was going ballistic, there was at least one point in time when Obama tried to put his fingerprints on this market. And, I was willing to concede for a short amount of time that a president has about a year beyond his presidency where his policies should be influencing the market. If a president has his way with the economy, then his policies should influence a little bit downstream of where his presidency ends. And I was willing to believe that perhaps President Obama was somewhat responsible for the effects of, for the change in the stock market after 2016 had ended. But given the trend of 2017 carried on well after President Obama had left office, in fact, most of the work that President Obama had done, it can be said, was done executively, was not done through legislative powers, but was done exclusively through the executive branch. And when one president comes in who more or less campaigned on obliterating the legacy of the previous president, and your legacy is Obamacare, it was named after you. That's part of your legacy. Osama bin Laden being dead is part of Obama's legacy. And thousands upon thousands of pages of executive action. That's Obama's legacy. He's got 3 items, and that's it. Affordable Care Act, Osama bin Laden is dead, and thousands of pages of government action. When the next president comes along, obliterates one item of your legacy as part of his policy. All throughout 2017, we were obliterating administrative regulations and things like that. It came out to a ratio of 22 regulations eliminated for every new regulation. When the president that comes after you obliterates 1/3 of your legacy, and that's some of the first thing that he does. That's something he does in the first months of his first year. And the economy does what the economy did last year. You don't get to claim that as your economy anymore. President Obama had his way with the economy of the United States for a minimum of 4 years, uninhibited. Minimum of 2 years, I guess. I would say comfortably 4, but at least 2 years. And from 2009 until 2016, the latter part of 2016, we had the most anemic economic recovery that's ever been seen before. And somehow, beginning January 20th, 2017, the economy took off like a rocket. Something is different and distinct when your economic recovery goes from anemic to we've never seen this before numbers. So, no, Obama does not get to claim 2017 as his economy. I want to contrast that with the recent coverage that I've only heard of, but I would not be surprised if this were the case whatsoever. I happen to trust the source that I heard this from. The media has been running, all day yesterday, we're running the tumbling Dow Jones average alongside images of President Trump giving speeches or clips of Trump giving speeches, really working to tie this correction to Donald Trump and his policies. They worked so hard to do that, but it was Obama's economy last year. I just want you to remember, Obama, allegedly, according to the left, it was Obama's economic policy that facilitated the bull market of 2017. And I would have no doubt in my mind that had it not been for yesterday, they would still be claiming that the bull market we're watching right now was Obama's economic policy. But we have one day of bearish tendencies, which, of course, is tumbling markets. And it's an instant 180-degree change to this economy belongs to Trump and Trump alone. Is that must be all that I have to say about the subject, because I just ran out of words there. short video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know, do you think that the news cycle has been somewhat slow recently? Maybe it's just that I was excited for the memo that came out, and or was so excited for the memo to come out, and then made myself realize before the memo even came out that I was going to have to mitigate my expectations, because it wasn't going to be the smoking gun. It was going to be important, but it wasn't going to be that important. And I guess that has me thinking, well, the news cycle's going real slow now. We don't have anything as important as what I think we need. It feels to me like the news cycle has slowed down. Maybe the mainstream media is getting depressed of all the negative coverage they've been putting out there. There's going to be new news stories every day. We seek to find the important ones that you need to know about here at the Protege program. So make sure that you subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. You won't want to miss a single video coming up in the future. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like if you appreciated I think I totally forgot the catch line of this video. Do not panic. Yes, the Dow lost 1,000 points yesterday, but it still has 6,000 points to go. This is something natural that economists expect out of bull markets. Do not panic. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. I hope that you'll come back and join me next time. Until then, good night and God bless.